Hello everyone, it's Peter here. That's a short video, by the way. Just wanted to show you what's happening sometimes when you replace the backlight and you did to the best of your knowledge, and even somebody else was helping you and both of you seen that there's no abnormalities, and most of the time, like 150 times, it's fine, yes? Whereas sometimes you assemble the TV and you're happy because you see the picture, yes, and you see this line here, yes, where it is here is this line goes. Now this is if customer, of course, is telling truth, yes, and you can't do anything about it. This is because the cuffs, the chips on film, weren't holding well enough, and during the backlight replacement, let me switch off that telly. During the replacement of the backlight, you had to remove the display, and this is the curved one, so it's more probable to damage it than the regular one. And unfortunately, this didn't hold well. Now there are two choices. One, use it as is, which most of the people will say no, and second is try to repair it. Okay, so now this TV has a new backlight and it will last for years, but because of the problem which is on the screen, customer don't want to pick it up. He said he'll give me this TV if I want it, and I'm telling to all my customers that it's not my business, because I won't make money if I will be keep on damaging screens, yes, and TVs. But you know, what can I do is I can try, as I'm trying always my best, to fix them. Yes, not always it's possible. That's why I'm saying 150 will be fine. It's more chance of damaging when it's this curved one. That's why it's not worth buying those curved ones. And nowadays we see less and less of them. When you go to Carrie's PC World, for instance, you might not see even a one of them, yes? So yeah, but at the end of the day, is it repairable? And most of the people will say to you, no, it's not repairable. Now the reason to that is that the display, it's really super thin. Okay, so if you've got a display, you've got cuff, that means chip on film. Here is a chip and it's on this film, and it connects to this, I call it driver board, you can call it in any way. That's the model of the panel here as well, or here. And when you want to buy a new display, you need to look for that particular model. Now I'm speaking with China about ordering some of the displays, not all of the displays, but some of the displays. And that will be attached again the same way, and again you can damage it. So the best way is to learn process called cuff bonding. That means removal of this and reattaching of this. I did attempt it with a lot of failures at the very start, but I'm getting better with it. And the professional table, which contains everything you need for the replacement of the cuffs, costs like 5,000–6,000 pounds about, and doing it with the cheap equipment doesn't really work well. Okay, so either you have professional equipment or huge knowledge about it, and you've got pretty much monopoly then in the UK, because nobody else who I know of is doing that, or you just call it a no fix. Yes, that's why I'm saying to my customers that, look, I can try my best and I won't make profit if I will screw things up, yes. Plus I need to either remove the backlight and try to resell it to someone, but it's used now because it was installed in the TV, and if you take the backlight okay, and then you try and do detach it, like this is edge backlight, yes. So if you're trying to detach it, you might damage some of the diodes, or with the older one, full backlight, they have glass, like plastic glass, you can say, on them to spread evenly the light. And when you're doing it, yes, you can literally cause yourself more trouble than it's worth. So most of the time I'm just leaving the new backlight on the TV if customer want to pick it up, yes. Now the problem is that we can't guarantee the customer that we will fix it. And why we can't? Because if you'll damage the display, where you'll taking it from, yes? If you can't fix it, you can't take it. So we're speaking with some of the suppliers from China now to get those most common sizes, so 40 plus inches up to 55 or 65 inches, yes, because those are the most common sizes. Some of the people still have like 75 inches and so on, but we can't stock so much because it's impossible. So what we want to do is we plan to get a few of them, try to fit into those cracked ones. If they fit, brilliant, then we can use adapters to adapt from one display to another. Let's say if I've got a Samsung and the display I've got LG, so I need to make them compatible, match, yes, and I want to see the prices, how much it will cost, because I already know I need to order a whole box which is on the pallet, and that's 11 to 17 pieces, because that's how many it is in the box of those sizes which I'm interested in. And we will see if I will be able to order. This is not cheap nor super fun, but as long as we've got 4K 60 Hz display, it is worth a hassle. Why? Because if we will have that TV, if we will remove cracked display, we will replace it with a good one. Meanwhile, we can replace the backlight for the new one. Then this TV will last for quite a few years. And I would say, even if the power supply or the mainboard will fail, not a problem, we can replace it without any issues. But with a new backlight and a new display, it can last like the new TV, literally. So we can sell them as refurbished TVs with brand new backlight and the brand new LED panel, yes, and offer customers that we have displays for them. So even if they would crack their display, they can bring it back and we can just replace the display for them. If they will damage the backlight, we can give them now two options. Now we can give them one option with a guarantee of the replacement, which is dearer, or second, cheaper option for replacing the backlight without that guarantee, but they can still buy the backlight and have it as a service, yes, to install it, buy the display if that display would be damaged. So those choices we will be able to give to the customers. So in this case, if customer would buy the cheaper service, yes, and customer would say, no, I'm not going to get the dear one. I said, okay, no problem. So now I would show the fault of this, and I'm still not doing COF bonding process. I still can't repair the COF, yes, the chip on film stuff. I can get from the box new display and just fit it in. And we're looking for more people who we can cooperate with. For now it's only Scotland, but in general it will be whole UK, because the problem only is with the price. If we buy a single display, it's really dear, it's not worth. That's why we need to buy at least 10 to 17, which is that many is in the box on the pallet. So I would say that if we can have more people cooperating and we can agree on some sizes and some models, and then learn together about conversion from one to another, then I would say we can make it sustainable for us and for the customers. And then customers look better at us, because if we can fix a cracked screen and nobody else can do it, then winner. And I've got some issues with China deliveries. I've got some issues with Alibaba suppliers, so I'm in the process of learning who's better, who's worse. It's a huge fun to be true. I thought I can, spend a few £100 and learn it. Well, that would be lucky guess only, nothing else. You need to spend thousands. You need to spend thousands of pounds, and you need to be willing to lose as well. Unfortunately, this is a business which is uncommon. In the UK, replacing displays, it's not a common thing. So that's why, if you are doing it in your area, you pretty much got monopoly on it. And that's why we're looking for people who would like to help us in their areas. Then we can buy larger volume, and we can have cheaper prices. And then sending from the UK to the UK mainland is not that dear as it is, one, guessing at China from who to buy, two, getting it delivered by the sea, oceans, yes, then picking it up as well yourself, then dealing with it, and customs and everything, yes. So I would say being together and having more orders is better. That's why we're looking people from the UK, and if anybody out there is willing, consider fixing TVs in their area and is willing to have the opportunity of offer the display replacement, please contact us at Inte.Team so that we can talk about more details, because my first order will be within a month or two probably, and then based on that order I will be able to verify the seller, verify the quality, and see if that's what we want. Use TV, just use TV 4K 60 Hz can cost, let's say, roughly £200, depend what brand is and so on, yes. New good quality TV, new good quality, yes, I'm not talking Polaroid, Bosch, JVC, Toshiba, cheaper Panasonics, so the Vestel brand, but I'm talking LG or Sony, yeah, those two, yes, can cost 55-inch £700, 699 in Caris or in Argos. So I would say if we can sell something which is in between those cheap used ones, 200, and it's 700 brand new one, if we can meet somewhere in the middle and sell TV with a new backlight and a new display, then the customer, by knowing that it's repairable, should be a happy customer. Let's say, just for argument's sake, if it's affordable for us to sell it for 400, but if anything, customer can repair it, fully repair it, or can buy new TV for 700 and can only repair it under the warranty, as long as children won't throw something on the screen. So then, what is a smarter choice? Spend 400 about, yes, and buy used but new TV, because it's a new display, new backlight, and only old motherboard and the old power supply, or buy that one for 700 and not have an opportunity to repair if anything goes wrong with a display. I would say it's a no-brainer. Yes, we could compare it with those cheaper ones, like about £400-500, but again, these ones are not the same quality and they are not repairable. So that's why I think, you know, that it is achievable. It is really achievable to do it this way, and that's why we are looking for people, because if we will have more people within one order, let's say, or we can have people when we've got this stock here in the UK, then if they need a display, yes, they can buy from us. So that's my way of looking at it. I don't know what you think about it. Leave comments down below. That's all I wanted to show you here in this episode, because there was a break on this YouTube channel and I wanted to give you some updates. So yes, sometimes fixing the TV is not possible. Sometimes you think it's possible, you're doing it and it's still no luck. But what can you do? You can only try, and many of them are fixed, some of them are not. But then we can get those which are not and fix them again. Yes. As well, there is a eMMC programmer, JTAG Plus, which is really dear. If somebody knows an alternative, cheaper one, which we can use for Sony TVs for eMMC memory to code, please comment it down below, because the EasyJTAG Plus, it's super dear and I need one. I've got two Sony TVs which I need to fix eMMC memory or order motherboards for, and these motherboards are not cheap, so I'd rather buy this programmer and have this TV fixed, and then, you know, I can resell them or, you know, or use them. Yes. So thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video, and if possible, let's fix them all. Take care. Yo.